So what's your experiences with online dating? Are you loving it? Are you hating it? Frustrations?
Oh wow, it is a beastly world. I've been on at least 70 first dates over the course of a few years, mind you.
Amazing.
I've tried Bumble, I've tried Tinder, I've tried OkCupid. I started with Match, and I find it's almost a curse because everyone thinks there's this illusion of choice. I've had great dates with people that I'd love to see again. They wanted to see me again, and then I don't hear from them again, and that's okay because I've swiped onto the next guy and they've swiped onto the next girl, but it's this cycle that you almost can't break out of.
70 dates. That's a lot. You're really putting the work in.
I am. It feels like a job almost. And there's this thing called decision fatigue actually where, I don't know if you've heard of it, but your brain can only make so many decisions in a day. And when you're swiping through Tinder, your brain is making these decisions like, do I like them? Are they attractive? What do their photos say about them? But those decisions are actually taken away from like applying to new jobs or like working on your blog or like other kinds of like important things you should probably be focusing on, because like I do put a lot of energy into online dating, and I feel like I almost should spend less time doing it because it's taken away from other parts of my life.
Well, looking for a job is a full-time job. And like the same with online dating. Like we have to invest and put time into it. But it's so consuming and it's so addictive. Like I know myself, I come in at night and I might start flicking and I'm like, okay, 30 more, 40 more. There has to be a diamond in the rough here. And before you know it, you're like, I don't know, half an hour in.
That's it. It's like a lottery almost. Like it's almost like an addiction because I've had really good experiences. Like I've just started to see a good guy right now. So like there's a little bit of hope and you're like, yes, like this is what I'm looking for.
What made him, this sounds like such a cheesy question, but what made him the good guy? Like what was like different about him? What attracted you?
His opening message was amazing. So I talk about cocktails in my cocktails in my profile, and he took that and told me a story about how he used to bartend when he was 12 years old for his mom. So like I love that he, rather than just saying hey, because it's so easy to just be like, I'm gonna be lazy about this because like I'm used to not getting an answer back, that I'm just gonna say hey to everybody, but that doesn't show that you actually care about me. And the fact that he said he took like 20 minutes to like figure out how to approach me, I like really appreciated that because I'm like, this guy puts in the effort.
Because it makes you feel special. You're not just one of a million, is probably a bit of exaggeration, but you know what I mean. It's like that little bit of effort.
Yeah, you are one of a million, but like when someone makes you feel special, you're like, this is really good.
And within those 70 dates, like what have been some of the maddest experiences you've had? Is there anything that shocked you?
God. Well, before the guy I just met, I showed up and I think he had a glass eye. So like he was a really nice guy, but like he didn't acknowledge that like one of his eyes was like not looking at me, and like I felt very uncomfortable and I just didn't quite know how to deal with that. I've had guys like grind up on me like in the middle of a restaurant. I don't know, like there's so many stories.
How do you move from like sitting in a restaurant and having a casual conversation to grinding up on someone?
Exactly. Yeah. And he didn't look anything like his pictures either. Like that was just a lose-lose. And a lot of the times I feel like I should show up with a reporter notebook and just like take notes, because I feel like what you're doing now, you're asking me questions. That's how I feel like on most of my dates, because right now I'm like so used to interviewing people on their dates. Like I'm just so natural with conversation. Like I'm happy to keep it in their court, but a lot of the times like I've had a date and we spent the entire date talking about his college experience, and then at the end of the date I was waiting for the streetcar and he was like, so what did you do in college? And I'm like, this date is over, you should have asked me that. I don't know, it's like I said, it's just a whole crazy world, and I can't wait to delete my apps, to be honest.
Out on the other side of it.
Like your person is out there, and they're looking for you too. And just because someone isn't right for me doesn't mean they're not right for someone else, and vice versa. So,
It's optimistic. I love it. I really hope this guy's a keeper.
Thank you. Me too. We'll see.